Your Excellency, President Joao Lorenzo, honorable ministers, members of the industry and the media, my friends, all protocols observed. Welcome to Angola. Guys, stop being boring. Welcome to Angola. All right. Get this. Who could have started it better than this amazing performance? Put your hands together for them. We're living at a time when young Africans, young Angolans are speaking to us, for us, about our future. It could not have been a better opening than a poetic but yet true rendition of where we stand as an industry. If Angola was a business or a case study, it would be a case study at Harvard Business School. It's a case study around how to turn around, a case study about how to get it going when everybody counts you out, a case study about an industry that takes shots every day, people not believing in what they do, but working together with government, with leadership, defines a path, and that industry stands and say, we can turn it around and move it together. That is Angola, and that's why we have everyone in this room that was not there in 2019. I can see Gordon smiling like nobody ever expected. Guido Brusco is back. They took him out of Angola, he keeps coming back. I think, Mr. President, you might want to make him a citizen. But also you saw a concessionary ANPG that decided and worked so hard with the industry, and now you see Angola signing new contracts. Transformation around Sonagol, making it more efficient, more pragmatic, lean, and meaner. A ministry that decided to divulge powers to other sectors. In Africa, we like to keep the power to us. But in Angola, they give the power to others and say, go out there and work and do business. That's something you don't see around Africa. Minister Gabriel, is that true? Angola divides power and say, get on there, get to work. Fiscals that look so good that Chevron commits to a risk service agreement on Block 49 and 50. I don't know if you people know what risk service agreements for some of the guys in the back. You take a lot of risks in ultra deep water and spend a lot of money. And Exxon didn't say, I want to stay away. Exxon just likes to get in with the show. Where's Richard? Richard says, I'm going to drill more wells. And that's why you see Richard going on 30, 44. Then he didn't stop there. He said, at 45. And 45 became the great story. So we got Richard moving. Richard, you're going to drill very soon, and we're going to get some results. Mr. Minister, I promised I wouldn't use those 3 words of freedom. But last night you told me it's okay. And you became the minister of drill, baby, drill. We need to be proud of this industry and never apologize to anybody when we believe in drilling. I believe in drilling. I believe in oil so much, I don't know what I would do without oil. But Angola didn't stop there. Angola moved on projects. That's why we're seeing the Lubito corridor, the Lubito refineries, and you're seeing GEMCO and others moving forward. But it even makes it better. Country welcomes new independence. That's why you have the Afentras of the world. Paul McDade left Tula. I thought the guy was out of work. But the guy comes right back with Afentra, and Angola gives him a new home. Paul, there's always home for a refugee, so you are welcome. But more work needs to be done. Reforms must continue. We must encourage gas, We must encourage downstream. We must also encourage to look at developing the petrochemicals. Sometimes in Africa, we have to also reflect on this and look at ourselves and say, isn't it a surprise when a country like Ukraine is at war, it still feeds us? We can feed Africa by developing urea, ammonia, fertilizer plants to feed our people and boost agriculture. That is really needed. Our above-ground risk issues have to continue to be addressed, because when we address our above-ground risk issues, I'm a capitalist, I like cutting taxes, so if we can cut some more taxes and make it more friendlier, it'll be good. Deal with VAT issues, that will boost things up and really gives it a shot in the arm. But we must not forget that we still live in a times where as much as these reforms continue, I love the reforms. Even Biden wants to have an action on it. He says he's coming here. He said, I'm not going to leave office without going to see the Angolan reforms. That's so good. You're welcome, Mr. President. But energy poverty is still real. We must reflect as we think about oil and gas. 600 million Africans don't have access to electricity. 900 million, no access to clean cooking technologies. Most of them women. We must be those agents of change. We must listen to her and those young girls. We must listen to these young people and understand that our job is not to be change makers for today, for our bank accounts, but also for those in this country that still are lacking of opportunity. That's why local content must be a cornerstone of this industry. Women have to be a centerpiece on how we drive. We can no longer accept that women are still the last hired and the first fired in our industry. We have to really take on those bold steps to target issues like abuse on women at the workplace and create a more livable and working environment for women to feel safe in our industry. Folks, if our industry responds to that calling with faith, then our industry starts to live to its true meaning. As we start new projects and as we move forward, we must look at young people and say, I'm an old man, I'm going on, but we must pass the rope. Look at a young person in the back and say, come eat at my table. Pass the rope to them and say, I've climbed bigger mountains, I've gone up some big trees, but you have to climb those mountains. But when you're a young guy, you climb up. Look down at me, wave at me, because I will still be climbing some other mountains. That's what our industry means. That's what Angola oil and gas means. That's what we must drive. So I wish you a good 2 to 3 days of discussions, and I also wish you more returns, more reforms, and thank you for having this little country boy to start this conference. Thank you so much.